St. George Community School District is one step closer to reality after passing through the House Education Committee this morning.
A few amendments were made, but many of the critics of the bill say there's not a lot more to be done, or there's actually a lot more to be done, and they'd like to have more input on it. Riley Kramer joins us now with that. Riley.
Yeah, guys, some lively testimony at the state capitol today as the House Education Committee discussed the St. George School District legislation and its most recent amendments.
I don't know which charlatans have put them up to this, but I certainly don't think that this proposal is to benefit the children in St. George or in East Baton Rouge Parish or the people in Louisiana.
This is the most comprehensive in its nature now of any of the bills that have been presented.
These conversations began before the legislative session even started. EBR schools had the chance 3 weeks ago to suggest amendments to the bill, forming more of a cooperative agreement. But Darius Lannis says none of those changes were made, and they just saw the amended bill this morning.
A lot of this bill was done in bad faith. The East Baton Rouge Parish School Board leadership gave amendments to the proponents of St. George nearly 3 weeks ago, yet nothing was done. Less than 24 hours, they bring back amendments that we clearly don't agree with. No one has had time to thoroughly go through and comb to make sure that everybody can walk away from the table in full agreement.
Despite what Lannis and School Board President Shoshone Stewart said in their testimonies, Senator Edmonds says they've been clear at communicating.
Yeah, we've worked on this for weeks and weeks. We've had to work with actuaries, other agency leaders, attorneys, members of the public. It takes a while to be able to amend a bill of this magnitude, and I think we've done a really good job.
The collaboration between EBR and St. George is already not working. So what's going to make it work, and why is there so much overreach from the legislature to tell local school boards how to operate? That's not fair, and it doesn't make any sense.
Malika Weich lives in St. George but is opposed to the legislation. She says St. George residents would be paying more and have less schooling options. She says St. George residents would be paying more and have less schooling options. The 21-page bill is a lot to take in, and there are still some questions of how this would actually work if enacted. Senator Edmonds says the money will follow the child wherever they go. Shoshone Stewart says the students who live in East Baton Rouge would take priority over those in St. George because of the already overcrowded magnet schools with lengthy wait lists.
It's not fair to the students and to the constituents and the citizens of East Baton Rouge Parish school system to create a law to say that another school district students can come into our district to attend our magnet schools.
Edmonds says he thinks this is the best path forward for both school districts, but Lannis and Weich believe if this bill gets signed by Governor Landry, voters in Louisiana will vote no. The bill is on its way to the House and then to Governor Landry's office.